A trade tussle between the US and Japan. This time, rice is on the table. President Donald Trump's warning of fresh tariffs threatens to upend negotiations. Days before country-specific levies are set to resume, Mr. Trump accused Japan of not wanting to buy American-grown grain, even as the Asian country grapples with a rice shortage. He also says Tokyo is importing too few American cars. Contrary to Mr. Trump's claim, the US does export some rice tariff-free to Japan under a World Trade Organization agreement. Tokyo has set a levy on any imports beyond a 770,000-ton limit. US data shows Japan bought nearly $300 million worth of US rice last year. Japan has also increased American imports to deal with nationwide rice shortages. Despite supply issues and pressure from Washington, Tokyo is standing its ground, saying it refuses to sacrifice its farmers for the sake of tariff exemptions.
今後の協議にあたっても農業を犠牲にするようなことは考えておらず、守るべきものは守り、我が国にとって最大限のメリットを獲得するため、政府一丸となって最優先かつ全力で取り組んでまいります。
Nevertheless, Japan, like much of the rest of the world, is racing to secure a deal with the US after the 90-day pause on tariffs. As CNA's Roland Lim explains, there's more than rice that's at stake.
Both sides are bracing for impact as negotiations falter over rice, cars, and even government bonds. American farmers and Japanese consumers are caught in the middle. Global markets are skittish, and the diplomatic strain between these longtime allies is showing. American rice growers, in particular, are frustrated. Last year, the U.S. exported nearly $300 million worth of rice to Japan, and they had hoped for more. President Donald Trump has vented on his Truth Social platform that Japan won't take our rice, and yet they have a massive rice shortage. Now, he's referring to the fact that Japanese stores have faced empty shelves, and a 5-kilogram bag of rice currently costs around $30, more than double the price last year. Still, Japan's leaders are standing firm on protecting their farmers. Japan's chief negotiator has repeatedly stated that agriculture is the foundation of the country. In other words, Tokyo won't easily budge on rice, a politically sacred crop. Now, that stance plays well with rural voters, but it's stalling the broader deal. Meanwhile, autos remain a major flashpoint. Japan shipped around 1.37 million cars to the U.S. last year, and those could soon face a crippling 25% U.S. tariff if talks fail. Washington has been pressuring Tokyo to lower barriers for American farm goods in exchange for relief on auto tariffs. Japanese negotiations are desperate to shield their auto industry, a pillar of their economy, from those duties. Both nations know the stakes. Higher car tariffs would reverberate from Detroit to Nagoya's factories. The impasse is unsettling global markets too. Japan holds a staggering $1.13 trillion in U.S. Treasury bonds, making it America's biggest foreign creditor. Finance Minister Katsunobu Kato pointedly remarked that Tokyo must put all cards on the table in negotiations, and it could be among such cards, hinting that Japan's holdings in U.S. Treasuries is a bargaining chip, a comment that shook markets. Mr. Kato later cautioned it was just a theoretical option. So what happens next? Well, the clock is ticking loudly towards July 9th. That's when the 90-day truce expires. If no agreement is reached by then, well, the U.S. is poised to jack up tariffs on Japanese cars to 25%. And Japan has signaled it might hit back with its own 24% duties on U.S. goods. Such an escalatory spiral would hurt economies and consumers in both countries.